When was the last time you took a risk? I am not talking here about stupid life-threatening risks for adrenaline junkies. That is a subject for a whole different article. This is about taking you outside your comfort zone, and having the confidence to make a real difference by putting real positive thinking to the test. As I write this, in the middle of what can only be regarded as a global pandemic, you can see what fear of the unknown means for millions of us across the globe. It is something we have never confronted before in living memory, and people are understandably afraid of the consequences. As a result, the easiest option for many is to do nothing, to hide away until the storm passes. That might be the right option in the middle of a pandemic, but in real life we are required to be brave and decisive if we want to achieve change in a positive way. It is easy to soldier on and put up with an abusive relationship when you are too afraid to consider the alternatives. It is easy to put off launching that new business when you have the comfort of a nice steady wage. It is easy to accept second best all the time because you are unwilling to make the effort to improve. So what are we really talking about here? Many would refer to it as good old-fashioned fear of the unknown. I like to call it what-if syndrome. I have written about this in other blogs on my website because it prevents success. It has an awful lot to answer for, because it is a question that can never really be responded to in an accurate way. Think about it for the moment. What if I leave that abusive relationship? What will happen to me? The simple answer is that you would stop being physically or verbally attacked, and that would equally apply to those you love, such as your children. But like everything else in life, the answer is not that easy. This is when what if really kicks in with, where will I live? How will we eat? And dozens of other questions just like these. Suddenly, being abused on a daily basis does not seem quite so bad compared to the unknown alternatives, and that is what I mean by taking a risk, taking a chance outside your comfort zone, being brave as you strive for change. You have to make these decisions to alter your life, and make them with a positive frame of mind that things will get better, and they will. What if applies to everything else you do, in your personal, emotional and working life. But please do not misunderstand what is being said here. What if is the opposite of let's do it anyway? They are total opposites, and both are equally destructive, if you fail to combine them with common sense and positive action. What if is looking at the risks and negatives, and deciding that they far outweigh your current difficulties, which means that change can never happen, and you will remain stuck in that same old rut and with those same old problems. Let's do it anyway is equally as foolish if you totally ignore the potential risks without considering the alternatives. If you launch a new business, it might fail. That's not a good reason for not doing it, but as long as you are aware of that possibility, then you can have a plan B just in case. What if I leave that abusive relationship? Yes, I might not have anywhere to live, but I will make sure I talk to the right people who can help me, so I can minimize the risk. It is just common sense, of course, but it is amazing how many simply forget all about such things when fears take hold. Which brings us neatly back to our pandemic. Millions of us are now afraid to take those first steps back to a normal life because what if has taken over? What if is catch this virus? What if I bring it back to my family? I think you can probably substitute a few of your own fears here. All of this could happen, but the what-ifs are taking over from the positive messages that show we are beating this disease, that demonstrate that there will soon be a vaccine, that confirms that children are unlikely to suffer badly, and much more. We see new hope on a daily basis, with doctors announcing better and more efficient ways to treat patients, and as the what-ifs disappear, then so should our fears. Now is the time to be brave and plan for a bigger and better future. Are you ready?